Hey everybody, on this episode of Box Office Breakdown, the box office is crazy in love with Crazy Rich Asians. Plus, I'm back. That's probably not the good news. We'll talk about all that and more next.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk, we talk movies. And now, here's Popcorn Talk's Box Office Breakdown.
Hey everybody, welcome to Box Office Breakdown. Of course, this is the show where we look back at the box office that was, and then we like to...
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
Wow, beautiful. About the box office that lie ahead, I'm Frank Moran.
You're back.
I'm back.
We missed you so much.
That's not true.
Yes,
but I'm
we
sadly,
did.
for better or
We
for worse, I'm
missed
back,
you.
everybody.
We missed you.
Oh, really?
What's your name? We can't say that. Okay, fine.
They
What's
don't
up,
have to-
everybody? My name is Kari Lane.
My name's Amy Cassandra Martinez.
She just wanted to hurry up and get to her name.
Yeah, that's
course.
the only reason.
She's like, hey.
It's all,
Yeah.
all about plug-in for Amy.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And as always, the lovely, the talented, men want to be him. Neil Plumley on assignment. In fact, seeing Crazy Rich Asians as we speak right now with his lovely wife. So he was unable to join us, but he'll be back here next week for his farewell episode.
Is it really? Aw.
That's it.
I'm sad.
That's it. No more Neil Plumley, at least live and in person. But who knows what the future might hold from for a correspondent to come in all the way from Pennsylvania to come and chat with us.
Yeah.
And now, of course, you're hearing us, you're seeing us, and the reason that we are looking so good and sounding so good is because of the man himself in the booth, Anthony.
Hello, you can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Hey everybody, my name is Anthony Becerra. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure as always, Anthony.
Like it's my choice.
Yay.
We're gonna jump right into it, everybody.
Let's do it.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see if I can just drive this train right off the rails. And we'll start off with our look at this past weekend's top 5. Starting off with Crazy Rich Asians at number 1. Yes, we're clapping now. 25.2 million.
Yay.
I have not seen it. Have the two of you?
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen
Okay.
Yes, we did.
We have.
And Tony saw it too.
it. Great.
Yeah, I did.
Look at this.
I cried
Aww,
Twice.
Oh, nice.
What I heard, right? He cried twice.
twice. Confirmed. Yes.
Confirmed. Did you put that on social media?
No, I don't share that stuff.
Oh. Okay, just on
a man,
streaming
Frank.
platform shows. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it, Anthony. Did you both enjoyed it? And Anthony is you as well. Your tears.
Well, I mean, why don't you saw it before I did, so.
Yes, I did.
Why don't you go first?
Okay. I have to say that I got very lucky with my seats. Right in the middle, third row. Lovely. Friday night, I was really scared.
Wait, what were
I
you
was
scared
scared
about?
because a lot of people were going to go see it. So, and I think you even mentioned it, like, hey, seats are being taken, that are like the good spots are being taken, so hurry up. So I was glad.
So you felt like if you'd been sitting maybe on the right or left-hand side of the theater, the enjoyment for the film would have diminished greatly?
No, it's just always a nice added bonus when you have a good spot in the theater. And yes, okay, you guys know that I love my rom-coms. There's different categories of rom-coms. This is in the top tier, I would say. It's very... I feel like I went into it thinking, like, it's going to be nice, it's going to be cute. But it was so much more than that. There was a lot to be appreciated about it. A lot of things that I didn't realize. I was going to be like, ooh, that's really emotional. I did cry. At a few of the scenes, they were actually, like, really, really emotional. And yeah, it was really nice also because there's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize I didn't know about other cultures. And I think that's the point of these films being made. I was just like, whoa, that looks delicious. I want to eat that food. And yeah, and everything about it was just really nicely done. It was big and beautiful, and the emotions were big, and the drama was like, whoa. Yeah, I really, really loved it, and I liked that the trailer, I feel like, didn't do it justice, which is almost okay with me. Because when you obviously see a trailer and it's way better than the movie, you feel like you just got gypped. But no, not with this one. So, yeah, the music was really nice as well. I loved it.
Kari?
Well, my birthday was this past Thursday, so as a birthday thing, I was like, oh my gosh, we're totally all going to go see Crazy Rich Asians this weekend because, 1, I wanted to support, and 2, I wanted to see it anyways. Like, regardless of all the great social aspects to this film and like what it means and everything, I was like, this looks cute. Like, I also like rom-coms. I'm like, I'm totally down for this movie. And it is super cute. Good rom-com regardless of whatever. Like, anybody could enjoy it as a good movie. It's funny. It is beautiful. There's some great different kind of family dynamics that are cultural and regular people. Even if you're not of those cultures, you can still appreciate it. And so I really like that. Our theater was almost sold out, which was so exciting too, because then you're just like, yay! You know, I don't know, it kind of adds to it as well. Tony was there because he came for my birthday too. Thanks, Tony.
You're welcome.
And then it was just really nice too, because also our audience had like moments where we weren't really sure of how loud we could be, which was kind of funny because, you know, some audiences is like they're gonna be their cheer or noisy or something, but there's like a diss in the movie, and our audience had this nice ripple of oh, and that was just really kind of funny too, that everybody kind of felt that same way, and a couple of claps on that. And so yeah, I would recommend it as like a just really good movie too. And then definitely want MoviePass did not cover it on the Saturday, but apparently it covered it on the Sunday. But I'm like, that's fine, I'm gonna buy my ticket. And I bought mine in advance too, because I'm like, oh dude, it's gonna sell out. And it nearly did, so I was glad I bought my ticket on Friday the day before, because I'm not normally that person who buys it in advance. What was something else? I interviewed Chris Pang, who is the friend, Colin, who they go to his wedding. So you can go check that out on Popcorn Talks if you just search Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival. Or if you type in Chris Pang and Kari Lane and Popcorn Talk, you'll find my interview. So it was kind of cool to talk to him back in May about this film and now finally see it as well.
Did you get to see Tony cry?
No, we weren't. He was sitting right in front of me though, but nobody told me after.
Did you see his shoulders kind of like tremble?
No, they're the lean back chairs, so probably not really will. But yeah, there's some definitely like good emotional, and that tells you that it's a good movie, that it gets to you and gives you the feels, and you know it affected you. So I didn't necessarily have like tears shedding, but definitely some good, you felt it moments, and you felt it with the characters. You're like, oh, I'm so happy for you, or oh my gosh, that happened, or whatever. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, look at that. Anthony?
Hey, yeah, sorry, I was just writing something on the chat real quick.
That's all right.
But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I was also pretty like blind when I went into this because I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't really know what to expect in this. I hadn't seen a trailer. I just knew about it, and I just knew, I was like, I'm gonna go watch this. Like, I was kind of already sold just because of the cultural phenomenon around it, surrounding it, and like the buzz about it. So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It was funny. Everyone's just gorgeous in it, which was pretty nice. And just seeing that lifestyle is ridiculous too. It's just like really interesting to watch. I thought it was gonna be like a mixture of like this is what I sort of thought it was going into, which was like kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street style, but it was completely off. It was like a total rom-com, and I was like, it was nice. I remember after getting into the car with my friend, I just like screamed out like, "This movie is so cute," and that was that was about it. Yeah. Very enjoyable.
Looking in the chat, sorry, there at the end. John Harrison, I agree with this point, though. I want to know how the movie performed, like, in Nashville, Kentucky. I also want to know how it performed in other states. I mean, but the fact that it's number one in the box office is a good sign. And I just hope people want to see it regardless of not identifying with the people on screen, because guess what? So many other groups went and saw movies about people that they didn't visually identify with, so... But that's not really the point, too. And then somebody kind of pointed out, like, oh, it's like the super 1%. It's in the title. Rich. That's the point.
Yeah, John Harrison brought that up. That's what I was telling him. Like, I don't think that's a fair comparison to say that, like, they didn't show the bad side of, you know, of Asia. And I'm like, well, it's not really a film about that, to be honest with you. I don't think I don't think that's a valid point for you to say, because the fact that it's part of this ecosystem of the 1%. And like, it's in the title. Like, it's a study, it's a weird study of like the family traditions in that community.
Well, that translates to any kind of social class. Family's family, no matter what's going on. There's always something you can identify with.
And the main character is your more average citizen of not rich, and her parent situation is very regular. Not the opulence. And they address that, though. So then that's, you can't have every single aspect in one little movie. So
let's make more.
Exactly. So they did cover a lot, and it was great. And Awkwafina's super funny.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So yeah, a lot of good laugh out loud, a lot of good feels, and visually beautiful. Oh, don't go hungry. There's a lot of really good food porn in that movie. So you're going to be starving if you go in and don't eat anything. There's a lot of food montage stuff.
Well, look at that.
Not a lot. There's a good couple scenes though.
In my mouth water for sure. Are you going to go see it, Frank?
No, well, no, I don't like my mouth watering, so no, I won't.
No, I know how much you don't like even taking
You
pictures
like
of your
food stuff. Yeah, come on.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm dead inside, so I don't care about
Yeah.
I don't care about love. So number 2 at the box office, The Meg, coming in with another $21.1 million from Warner Brothers. I get a chance to see that this weekend. I spent my time going to the important movies like The Meg.
I saw that one too.
Get out of here.
Not great.
Oh.
No.
Wait, yeah, you were like, okay, fine, then I'll be the one who's excited. I liked it a lot. I thought it was very fun.
It was nice.
I was trying to remember what you said, but I'm like, what did she say?
It was nice, but especially after seeing Crazy Rich Asians, I'm like, psh, get out.
No, super different kind of movies. Frank, since you weren't here, what did you think of the Meg?
I just thought the PG-13 rating killed it. I think if you're going to do a shark attack movie like this, especially that huge, it's got to be bonkers.
Sure.
I'm sure they'll release like a Blu-ray unrated version.
Yeah.
Same goes with Slenderman. That they had a whole debacle that I want to talk about on Horror Movie News. But yeah, like it was meant to be a darker tone, and the studios kind of flubbed it up.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate. I mean, the acting's fine. Jason Statham, he does his usual Jason Statham-ness thing there. But, you just wished it had been a little bit more bonkers. I think the rating just made it just more of a watered-down film. You kind of walk out of it, you're like,
I think one of the highlights was Pippin, the dog.
Sure.
I thought it was very fun. I did see it as a late night kind of movie, which made it a little more like a midnight category, which I think added to the enjoyment because it was fun to laugh out loud, like, obnoxiously in the terms of like, ha! Because it was that kind of a chuckle at something because it was just that absurd. There were moments and I felt okay to actually out loud be like, nope, because that's what our theater felt like. So that was a nice example where you could talk out loud. It's absurd, but that's why it was fun.
I think to put it in the best word, I haven't seen it myself, but I think like the best description I heard of it is like it's a it's a blockbuster B movie. So take that as it is.
Yeah, but you know what? It's I still feel like if you were to watch something like on sci-fi, like a Sharknado or something like that, it's gonna give
They go more absurd. Like this took it too seriously. They could have gone more absurd.
Yeah.
So it's still fun.
It's all right. It's whatever.
I love the dog. It's cute.
Yeah. You know what? I felt that shark. What I don't like is that the way the trailers and all the teaser material makes you think that this shark is so much bigger than it really is. Like when you see how many times did you see that preview of the boat and the shark coming up behind it, so it makes you think the shark is massive. It's not that huge, and you're like,
Megalodon.
And that line is so quick in the movie.
Yeah.
And that line's done. I still love don't you guys watch Shark Week? I still think that was funny because I'm like, it's a good point. Why don't we put a tracker on it, idiots?
There was also, I think I mentioned this last week, is that there were too many deaths that you're like,
that was great.
Let's but then they don't mean anything. You're like, oh, whoop-de-doo. They killed another person.
Well, when it's part of the team and stuff.
I didn't care.
No, I cared.
You didn't care either, Frank, did you?
no, I didn't care.
No, he
has no heart. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Didn't care at all.
Never.
Coming in at number 3, another new film out this week, the new Peter Berg directed film with Mark Wahlberg, Mile 22 from STX, $13.6 million. I saw this as well.
And?
It's
Why?
Well, it's an interesting film. Well, originally I had a chance to talk to Sam Medina, who plays one of the bad guys in there, the antagonist of Mark Wahlberg. So I talked to him today, and he said this is the first of ideally a trilogy.
Oh.
So and definitely the way the film ends, you feel like, all right, you're trying to set this up, but the other part of me thinks like, don't be so sure, because I don't know if we're ever going to get parts 2 or 3. Though, according to Sam, the international box office has been so well for this.
Okay.
Because it is a co-production. So I would not be surprised if we get those. But, yeah, it's... Yeah.
What was missing?
What was missing? You know what I find
He's all
annoying in
gonna
there
get
is
that
that Mark Wahlberg he's got a character trait for his character who needs to focus. So to make sure, because they're trying to see bipolar, is he manic? What's his deal? But he has a wristband, and some people have rubber bands that snap him to keep him focused.
Oh yeah.
He does that so much during this movie that it just gets you're like, stop with his wrist snapping. And they'll do quick edits where they'll come in really super fast for just a quick shot of him snapping, and then get back out to a wide, and you're like, oh man, okay, please, enough with the snapping. I was so annoyed with the snapping of his wristband through the course of this film. The action's not as great as I've seen Peter Berg doing. I've seen him do action much better, like in The Rundown, The Kingdom. This was not as great. But we've got the guy from The Raid in there who does. I know he oversaw a lot of his the fight choreography for his stuff. Yeah, and it was good, but also he's awesome to watch. But I felt like it still wasn't cut and edited really well in some of the sequences of his fight scenes, where you kind of lost a little. It jumped around too much. I wanted to see it a little bit more wide open, and so you could see everything happening. Had a better sense of where everybody was moving in the room. So, yeah, and Mark Wahlberg yells a lot.
Janet Mouse agrees with you in the chat. Yes, that wristband was driving me nuts too.
Oh, so much of that snapping. Holy cow. That's crazy. It was too much. And Mark Wahlberg yells. If you ever want to see Mark Wahlberg slap a plate holding a cupcake out of the way for somebody's birthday, no birthday cake for you.
Seriously?
Yeah, then this is the movie for you. He just yells a lot. Just yells a lot in this movie. Oh, it was yeah. I read an article where it said like this is like the worst of Mark Wahlberg's tics and accesses all in one role, and I can see that.
Okay.
Yikes.
Good to know.
There you go.
Okay. Good to know.
Good to know. Yeah. Yep. And if you ever want to see a film where say hi to your mother for me, is turn on Mark Wahlberg. This is the movie for you as well to see that. Yeah.
Okay.
You ever see that popular SNL sketch? Say hi to your mother for me.
No.
Well, I know the song, but I'm not gonna sing. There's a song.
Okay.
I'm not gonna sing the song.
Anyway.
All right, coming in number 4, excuse me. Mission Impossible Fallout from Paramount, another 10.5. That was a fun film. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, we already talked about that. We like that.
There you go.
It's staying up there.
And rounding out the top 5, we've got Alpha from Studio 8, 10.5.
I don't think we thought it would make the top 5. We talked about it last week.
Has anyone seen it?
No.
I have not seen it.
Okay, I have heard about it from critics I do respect, specifically from the Meet the Movie Press. They enjoyed it, and also I hear that it's one of the most not a sleeper hit, but it's a good film that no one's gonna watch, pretty much. And it's supposed to be really good in IMAX and 3D. One of them even compared it to the 3D in Avatar, which I thought was really a big one. That's a big bold statement. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, I heard it's really good.
There you go. Amy looked super excited by that comment. She's like,
the Avatar comment. I mean, sorry. I don't even know what it's about. Honestly, it's one of those Mile 22 and Alpha that I just keep forgetting are out in theaters. I just haven't seen that much marketing for it.
I meant to mention last time, this was one, same idea of, I was excited to see it when I first saw the trailer, then I forgot about it, and I was seeing the name, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the one I was excited about, but then I forgot that's what it was. I did see Darkest Minds, because I remember talking about it on the show. I was like, oh yeah, because it's one of those, the way the title is, it makes me think it's a horror movie, but it's not. It is YA fiction, kids, book series. It was fun. I know a couple people had mentioned before they had seen it. It is definitely not at the top bracket of YA sci-fi movies. I love most of those. I will see almost any of those movies.
Where does Percy Jackson fall in for you?
First one I really liked, actually. I thought that was really entertaining. And Maze Runner, I finally saw the third one of that one recently.
I like that one.
I like that series a lot. I also I read the first book. I didn't get to the second and third. I also like reading the book, so now I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to read the book. No, the problem with Darkest Minds is it's a really interesting concept. I'm like, all right, cool. Kids essentially get a set of superpowers, and parents are like, okay, you're too dangerous, and they separate them and stuff. But just the way things play out is a little bit underwhelming. And some of the motivation at the end is kind of wait, that's how you're going to wrap things up? Okay, fine. But again, if it's part one of a book series, you kind of, all right, fine, it's going to have some stupid open-ending bit. But it's pretty cool. I am blanking on her name, but no, Brienne of Tarth? Is she in Game of Thrones, tall, blonde?
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
Yes, she is.
Yes, thank you. She's in Darkest Minds. And I was like, hey, but she has a long dark red wig that I almost didn't recognize her because I'm like, yeah, you're so used to that bright bleach blonde look. So anyway, she's in it and she's somebody who hunts the kids down. And so that was kind of a cool random short cameo. She's not in it very much. But yeah, some people really felt it was a bad adaptation though, because that's the other thing too. Some these series adaptations are like Aragon's one that I know people who read the book hated the movie. So this is in that category that's a lot of people aren't liking it. Like Hunger Games, people are like, yeah, Maze Runner, okay, but this is one where people are like, no. So,
all right.
Side note, Darkest Minds, since we didn't talk about that one at all yet.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, I didn't see that one.
I think we didn't get to this, but last week we bet on, was it Crazy Rich?
Yes, we did.
Crazy Rich Asians. And I remember what you and I bet, 37,
We were
35,
pretty high. Yeah.
35 for Neil. Tony, I think you got 30.
Technically, though, if you include Wednesday, it got at least 34.
Yeah, but
So-
we always go by the 3
I
days,
know,
so
yes,
Tony,
yes.
you kind of sort of win.
Wait, what?
Wow, way to
You
really
sound so
sell that.
excited. Tony, you
Oh my
kind of
God.
sort of win.
I
That's
just
good.
checked it. Yeah, that's right. I guess I won.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just wanted to say, Star Drew did tweet out because he's been doing that lately, letting us know on Sundays. But apparently, I got the order of the top 5 correctly.
Oh.
So I
Even
just
though
like
alpha?
to. Apparently, I don't
Nice.
remember. But yeah, so look at us,
you.
winners.
Look at
Yay.
you. Hey.
Okay, just
What?
wanted to
Yeah.
No,
throw
that's
that out there.
fantastic.
Good to know.
In international numbers are real quick. There are milestones and action aplenty at the global and international box office. Starting off with the Meg, it basically bid another $67.5 million in 55 markets to increase the overall total to $230.4 million and the worldwide haul to $314.1 million through Sunday. Mission Impossible Fallout topped $300 million internationally and $500 million globally in its fourth weekend. Right now, it's his sixth run as Ethan Hunt is pacing 17% ahead of Mission Impossible Rogue Nation overseas, and that's with Italy and China still on deck.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's going to do gangbusters in China. Hotel Transylvania 3 Summer Vacation broke the $400 million barrier globally, and that was a big helped in large part by China over this weekend, which gave it the second biggest debut for a Hollywood animated movie in 2018. This threequel also matched its lifetime gross of Hotel Transylvania 2 in just 3 days.
Wow.
Oh, good for
Look
them.
at that franchise is on fire.
That is crazy.
I would have thought that this was going to be one of just diminishing returns, but this one, Hotel Transylvania 3, has just been doing gangbusters. So it looks like we're going to be getting another one of these. Get excited.
I know you're
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Well, I stopped by my library to get the first one. I didn't get it yet, but I'm glad they have it. Okay. I was like, do we have this one? Okay, cool. I'll get it later.
And then we have Universal's Mamma Mia. Here we go again. It's become the number two film in the UK for 2018, and Universal's third biggest title ever. Holy cow! The sequel further topped $200 million overseas and $300 million globally in the frame.
I did see Mamma Mia, the play, for my birthday.
Well, there you go.
It was actually really cute. It was interesting to watch it as a movie when it came out and then see how they do it as a play. Because I know it's been a play, in New York, but I saw it in a smaller theater and I thought it was actually really cute.
Which one did you prefer?
There were plot things that I was curious that I'd almost want to go back to the movie because I'm like, I don't remember them touching upon this stuff. So, yeah.
Well, I saw Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again the way it was meant to be seen. That's an IMAX.
Oh, you did see the second one? No, you said
course.
you liked it, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was better.
Wow.
Better, Amy. Yeah.
That's great.
That's great.
I'm
yeah.
glad.
It was meant to be seen in IMAX, the big screen.
Of course. So you
Can't-
could dance, in
That's
the
right.
aisles.
And then we've got basically Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom is the number 11 release ever there, overseas in Japan. It stumped $65.9 million for a total international gross of $878.2 million for $1,289 million worldwide.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot, yeah, that is. And lastly, Equalizer 2 started its rollout in some major key markets. It's the weekend's top 5 overseas studios picks combined for $148.6 million. That's about 58% more than the top 5 scored on the comparable weekend in 2017.
Did you see Equalizer 2?
I did. I haven't seen the Equalizer yet.
Oh, no.
I have it at home waiting for me. I just haven't watched that. But yeah, the second one was all right.
There's less action in the first one,
I did.
but
Oh, yeah.
it's a little slower paced, though character development maybe is better. Because then by the second, you're like, oh, I know who these people are. But the first one has a really good action sequence at the end that kind of pays off for the slower pace of it. I'd be curious to know what you think of it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess anytime that you get like the Denzel Washington moment where it kind of zooms into his eyes and it gets all like clear and it's like, all right, he's going to lay an ass whooping down
Yes.
on everybody. And there wasn't as much of that ass whooping as I thought there was going to be in this film.
There's even less in the first one.
Oh, no. All right.
Because I
Well,
watched the second, I'm like, oh, there's even more than the first. But yeah,
Oh, all right.
I'd be curious. He is a different young person that he's, mentoring, helping, if you will, and that might be that was kind of a little more interesting start for his character.
Oh, okay.
If you will.
I will. I'm excited to watch it then. But yeah, I still feel was it Pedro Pascal? Is that his name? Who plays kind of like his buddy that kind of
I
goes
believe
rogue.
so, yeah.
I gotta say with that guy, if he shows up in a movie, you just naturally have to assume he's gonna be the bad guy.
That is something that's always interesting with movies. Like if someone's always cast as the bad guy, so they show up and don't even think about it. You just go, yeah, they're gonna be the bad guy.
And it would be like you think you maybe watch enough films where somebody would then try to take advantage of that, cast him just to try to set you up, and oh no, he was really the good
Yeah.
guy all along. Never happens. It's always this thinking bad guy. You're just like, yes, I know. As soon as I show him up, and whether I guess directors just want to cast it because one, they like the actor, of course, but then it's just like,
Yeah.
I guess you get typecast in that kind of role. It's like that's shorthand. We can put him on, and audiences are gonna already know that he's a bad guy, so they're just gonna they'll be down for it. But yeah,
There are definitely a lot of those actors that as soon as they're in a movie, you just go, oh, that's the bad guy.
yeah, I'm like, all right.
Or they just, they look like the bad guy. You look like you're the
I know
bad
he's
character.
coming out in Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah,
Is
and-
he supposed to be the bad guy too?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
so.
about
I
that.
saw the photo of him, and I'm like, he's gonna be the bad guy. He's gonna be the bad guy.
He looks like a politician.
yeah. There's
Well-
no way.
Well,
Good call.
yeah.
So of course, Amy revealed in spectacular form and really sold it. The results of last week's box office bet.
Great enthusiasm.
Yes,
too.
it was
yeah.
fantastic. We're gonna be doing it
barely
again.
win.
Yeah, we're doing it again this week for 2 films.
Yay!
Vying for your hard-earned
Wow.
vote. And how do you do that, folks? Well, you in the chat that are watching this air live, you get a chance to hop in the chat, share your opinions, and cast a vote for the film that we should be doing this week's box office bet on. And it'll either be Axel.
Which one is that one?
That's the one where the guy gets the robot dog that breaks away from a government
It's a sequel
experiment.
to Alpha. So
Yeah, set in the future.
Is
set in
it
the
cartoon?
future now.
I feel I haven't heard
No,
nothing.
it's like weirdly live action.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just describing it is just funny already.
It's one of those where creature that's either captured by the government or created by the government
Yeah.
escapes. They got to get it back, but it bonds with a young human, and then it's like, oh,
Nope.
now he's evolving. This creature's evolving.
but he's an animal.
I've heard nothing about this one. And
He's
No, like that.
Oh.
That kind of interests me. 'Cause
Oh,
I'm like,
okay.
if there's an animal, I'm like,
a robotic animal.
I know
but
animal
it's-
movie. I'm like,
but I mean,
yeah.
But
Okay,
does he have soul?
we're gonna find out.
Right.
So that's coming out from Axel Road on 1,590 screens, and then we also have the Happytime Murders, directed by Brian Henson, starring Melissa McCarthy, and a variety of different Muppets from STX with 3,000 screens.
That one looks like it'll be absolutely absurd, and you're either will like that or you won't.
I would agree.
Because some of the trailers you just go, like there's a scene, one of them, and the puppet is like jizzing all over the office.
Yeah.
And then
Amy's
that's
face right now.
you're like you're laughing because you're just like, oh my gosh, and then it like keeps going for a while, and then either you'll find that funny or just sit there going, oh my gosh, but then that's maybe funny too. So, but I don't know if they're still doing it. They had a promo event thing. Have you guys seen? Have you any of your friends gone?
I've seen so many photos of people that have gone.
Have you?
No,
okay.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Have you not heard about this movie?
No.
Okay, it's live action and
It's like a puppet.
Muppets.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
no, that,
okay.
but like the event.
So they had like
A
they had like this space open where you could go in, and they had like the bartender was a Muppet.
Okay.
Everyone was a Muppet.
Yeah, everybody in there, and like you
Singers.
got to interact with them and stuff. I had friends who went and they took video, or they would sit with you and talk, and it was positioned such that it looks
That's
like
kinda
they're
cool.
real, and that looked really funny and absurd. It was a really great way to kind of advertise it and get.
Amy's
But
like,
yeah.
I will never go to that.
No, that's actually kind of interesting. But
never
yeah, I'm
go.
curious to see what people are gonna vote for.
I think this movie's gonna be one of those. You're either gonna love what kind of absurdness it is, or it won't be your cup of tea.
You know what? And I've only seen just a little bit of the trailer, but anytime they have like the scenes of them walking across the street, the puppets look just so awkward on that. I'm like, I don't know.
But then that might be part of it too, so it's hard to say. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hopefully this is the Melissa McCarthy that is the.
That's true. She's somebody that I'm like.
I feel in this role she's going to be a little bit more like human.
Oh, she's
Melissa
the
McCarthy.
straight character, yeah,
Which
because
is
they're
great.
the ones being
Human.
absurd, and she's being more
And
regular.
I enjoy watching her more in that role.
Likewise, I don't normally think she's super funny, so I'm excited to see that.
Well,
Though Mike and Molly, what little bits of that I saw was funny. So,
all right, good pull.
well, I was an extra on it, so
all right.
I got to see some behind the scenes. So maybe that's my memory of it being funny,
All right.
at least when it was live.
Well, speaking of that, of Melissa McCarthy, usually like to do a little box office rewind. Thank you, Amy.
Yay!
There you go.
You got it.
Of somebody that's going to be one of these upcoming films. And so as the selections are kind of thin, we're revisiting Melissa McCarthy. But instead of doing her top 5 as we did previously, we're going to do the second half of her top 10. So there you
Why?
go. Because we've already done her top 5.
Oh, that's what you said.
So,
Okay.
There you go.
Got it.
And we'll go from the bottom since we're going at number 10 for her. And that is the backup plan. Back in 2010.
Which one?
Jennifer Lopez. Nope. I don't know.
I don't remember that one.
I don't.
I think that sounds like a J-Lo project.
All the backup plan. Let's see.
This came out in 2010.
Yep, Jennifer Lopez. Alex, oh yeah, that was the where Alex O'Loughlin and Jennifer Lopez ended up having a baby.
Oh,
I meant to
yeah,
see
no,
that.
didn't see that one.
I didn't.
Well,
So that's great.
there you go.
Yeah.
Now he's on a Y50. Then we've got Left at the Party, which just came out this year. Made $17.8 million.
Did you guys see that?
I did not see it. I didn't hear very good things about it.
Oh yeah, no, that trailer. Nope.
There were a few funny parts, but not enough for me to actually go see it.
Number 8 for her, Tammy from Warner Brothers back in 2014, 21.5. That was the one that came out 4th of July that weekend. Well, yeah. That's,
Nope.
Yep, that was terrible. That was there. She's
Didn't go watch that one
She was
either.
a
that
mess.
and Susan Sarandon was in there too. That was her at her most like that kind of Melissa McCarthy I don't enjoy watching. Number 7 was The Boss. Came out in 2016.
I did see that one.
23.5 million.
It was actually not that bad.
Kristen Bell, Melissa McCarthy, right?
Yes, because I like Kristen Bell a lot, so I think both of them together kind of balance each other out a little bit.
And then coming in at number 6, the film that Kari Lane loves to talk about, loves breaking down moment by moment.
Right.
Bridesmaids from Universal Picture 2011.
Get out of here! I
26.4.
love Bridesmaids.
Major
I like
thumbs
that
down.
movie too.
Yeah, except for that one scene.
What's that
Where
one
she
scene?
poops herself in
That
the
one.
middle
Thank
of the
you,
road.
Tony, for saying it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I love that's real.
It's
Man.
okay. That's real. Yeah, okay. Like the whole issue, you know, the way everything went down was just disgusting. The pooping on the street wasn't the worst of it. Which
What was the
sounds
worst
weird.
of it? Melissa McCarthy
Melissa McCarthy.
on the sink?
Yeah, that was nasty, but everything else was great. I really liked it. I love it. I love Bridesmaids.
Doesn't make
Carrie.
it bad.
Oh, I like
No, it
Wellington.
doesn't.
Wellington is with me. 2 thumbs down. Yes.
That's fine.
I
thumbs up.
say again, there's only like one part that I actually thought was funny, and nobody really remembers that part.
What
and I
part?
think
That's
that's
with
fine.
Crystal Dowd, right?
Don't test me. I'm scared. Do it.
That's the part where she gives him the carrot cake.
Aww.
Well, at least you're.
Yes.
That was the only part I'm like, oh, it's a callback. That's cute and that's funny.
Yeah.
And that was the only part that actually made me smile. Everything else I was sitting there going, oh, is it over?
I love all the quotes that you could use, like, you know, in the everyday life and all the gifts.
Really? So what's one of the quotes?
I'm ready to party, or who's ready to party, something.
Yeah,
That
nailed it.
Ready
that
to
toasting
party.
scene is just like, if I was the
Memorable
bride,
quotes.
I would have slapped both my friends and be like, shut the F up, both of you. Like,
It's funny.
no, it's just
And then-
painful.
Help me, I'm
Painful.
poor. Come on.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Nope.
Help me, I'm poor.
I do like how Amy could only quote some of the film, even though she's like,
Well,
this film is
duh.
so
It's so
quotable.
good. And you're like, yeah,
It's quotable. It's like Mean Girls.
See, that one's really
that
good.
one's super quotable. And as far as movies I've memorized, Bring It On.
Yes.
Bring It On. I watched it a lot when I was a
That's
kid.
a really good one.
And Princess Diaries, and
Yes.
then Bridesmaids.
See, you have some good choices.
Whatever.
Most of them are good.
Bridesmaids included.
No.
Yeah.
All right, so folks, we're getting ready to do the box office bet. We've got Axel and Happytime Murders, so keep voting away in the chat. But before we do that, we're going to do our top 5 for next week. So, of course, as I mentioned, we've got Axel on 1,590 screens and Happytime Murders on 3,000. Do you see either of those knocking off Crazy Rich Asians?
I hope
for number
not.
one?
I hope not. Same.
So, no.
All right.
No.
Where do you see?
But I do think Happytime Murders of being like raunchy comedies generally do pretty well, especially like summer, and that's just. I mean, we're still. There are people going back to school already, but you know it's still kind of summertime. I feel that could be number 2. Axel, even though I've never heard of it, I feel with family-wise, new family movies always do well. Because this one take the kids to.
Yeah, but it's only on 1,590 screens. I mean, you
That's
look
true.
at you look at Christopher Robin. That was on 30.
Nostalgia Man, that won those points.
Yeah, but
And
I
also
mean,
Yes.
marketing. 'Cause I've never heard Axel.
Yeah, it's like.
I mean, even Alpha was on 27.
Alpha, I had heard
on
about. I had seen
2,700.
posters for that one at least.
But I mean, you know, heck, Axel's going to be opening up on like 1,200 less screens.
Yeah, probably not the top 5.
So would Happytime Murders?
I could go with that being number 2.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Because Meg's gonna go down at least 50. Or
Yeah,
at least
it's
40.
not that good of a film to keep.
No,
Yeah, it's already dropped
but
off.
Crazy Rich Asians now could also be word of mouth, or people couldn't see it because it
I'd
was
agree.
sold out, or continued support. Actually, something cool we didn't really talk about. I really liked, and I don't know if you guys saw this on Twitter. They had the Gold Open, and so they were essentially some of the writers and then other people in the film community. I don't know how directly they're connected they were with the film, but they were like, if you can't afford a ticket to the movies because it's expensive, they're like, we'll buy your tickets. Like a lot of people were offering to buy people's tickets.
I'm
Lena
gonna-
Waithe.
And I was
Send
like,
that
that's awesome. How
Yeah.
nice.
Lena Waithe actually bought out at least one theater. I know that.
Yeah.
For
So,
people to watch.
I thought
Crazy
that was
Rich
very
Asians.
cool.
Who do I message saying that I can't afford a ticket?
It's on Twitter. Just go look.
Okay, great. All right, I can't
Yeah.
afford one. Thank you. All right, so we're all agreeing Crazy Rich Asians number 1.
Yes.
Happytime Murders 2.
Yes.
Meg 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
3 for 3.
Do you just see Mile 22 and then 4 Mission Impossible 5? Do you see Axel coming in and beating any of that?
No.
No.
No way it's gonna make
No,
5.
I don't think
No.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Axel's gonna just,
It's
float
been-
dead in the water.
Aw.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it's not gonna do great.
there's
Yeah.
been so little advertising for that
Could be
movie.
Yeah.
rough.
Ah.
More like, arf.
There you go.
I was trying to sound robotic, but
Roll over and
That
play
was
dead.
great. Beautiful. Oh, look at
Bang
that.
bang.
You just worked with dog stuff, so.
That's true. There you go. The Hero Dog Awards, everybody. Check it out on Hallmark Channel in October.
Oh yay.
Yes. So, folks, we're wrapping up the show, but that doesn't mean we don't have time to do the box office bet. That's the whole reason we do the show. It's just to get us to the point where we can do this box office bet.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll figure out who's got the winning film.
I believe it's Happytime Murders. I saw a lot of people doing Happytime Murders.
All right.
Frank,
Please
someone...
double check that, though.
Yeah, I would see more of those as well. Frank, someone commented on your amazing attitude, and I feel you have this attitude a lot. It's the IDGAF.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
And that's what we like to call it.
Yeah, that's
Real quick, Ken Jack came in with the numbers. Happytime Murders, 1-4-2.
Woo! Thanks, Ken Jack.
Oh, Ken Jack
Yeah.
saving the day.
Well,
Yes.
Sky Patterson changes his top 5 in comparison to ours, saying Happytime will be Murders will be 1, then Crazy Rich Asians, then The Meg, Mile 22, and MI6.
I don't know. It kind of feels like this is like one of those catch-up weekends where it's like there's nothing really good happening, so I'm gonna go watch a movie from the previous week to catch up. since I
Yeah,
haven't
if you
seen it.
missed it.
Whoa, what about Happytime Murders? Anthony?
But again, I feel
know,
that's going to be
that's
pretty
rated R.
divisive for some people. And yeah, people are going to see that trailer and go, that looks awesome. Or other people go, I'm going to wait till I hear some people say stuff.
I'm not a fan of
Or
jazz.
Amy might not be that excited.
There were puppets and they were jizzing everywhere.
Not into the raunchy.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Really?
See, that's
Really?
you.
What a shocker. But no. Nope.
Interesting.
Nope. But, puppets, they're cool, I guess. I'm not a big
What?
puppet person. I'm not a big one. But I don't
So you hate the Muppets, just in general, the Muppets.
I don't hate the Muppets.
You hate them.
I
It's
just
okay, you
didn't
can
grow
say
up.
that.
I didn't grow up watching the Muppets as
So you
much
hate
as
them.
Barney.
You hate
Yeah,
them.
come
was
on.
my
Wellington
jam.
makes a great point. There are puppet hookers. Hello.
I mean, that
All right, so
sounds
we've learned
funny.
that Amy hates the Muppets.
I do not hate the Muppets.
Yeah,
And
you
like
do.
there's
That's
there's
okay.
a scene in the trailer. There's Melissa McCarthy in like an alley, and they're like the puppet hookers. What, you don't want some of this? You're not into that? Oh, it's so funny and random. I'm quoting it horribly, but
You're picking it up from
Did I-
Amy. There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Get
so, ladies and
out of
gentlemen-
here. You're just jealous.
Yep.
Yep.
True. Yes.
Yes, I know.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bet on the box office bet.
Happytime.
As
All right.
always,
I can't
the
do
one who
that.
gets closest gets the boast that have the title of prognosticator or prognosticators. The one that's furthest away from the box office total Friday through Sunday will end up having to go see the movie and tell us all about it. So, again, on 3,000 screens from STX Entertainment, starring Melissa McCarthy, and directed by Brian Henson, and a host of various Muppets in various states of clothing. That's right. All right. Let's see. There's,
I mean, comment of the night, John Harrison, you are fantastic.
what is it?
Barney's better than the Muppets.
Get out of here.
I didn't say it. He
I
did.
I can watch a Muppet movie and still enjoy it, but I can't do the
I
same
never
with a
could
Barney
watch
movie.
I feel
Barney.
like Barney really
You'd
helps.
watch it as an adult. I meant it as an adult. I can watch a
I
Muppet
can't-
movie as an adult and still enjoy it.
I
You
don't
can't
know.
do that with the Barney movie.
I
Just
don't know.
saying.
I feel like there's a lot of things that you learned about Barney, like sharing, and I could watch that again because I think a lot of people could still get a little lesson about sharing. There you go.
all right.
All right.
Anthony, do you have a
Boo.
total?
It's a politics answer.
What?
Yeah,
No, that's
I
a
got
really
it.
No, it's
Carrie, you're gonna
Barney
say
was-
something.
Yeah, so I was going to read it. I like this also. Another interesting top 5. Neela J in the chat says Happytime Murders, then Crazy Rich Asians, Axel, The Meg, Mission Impossible, Fallout. Interesting rotation
I
of
like
stuff.
her optimism.
All right. All right, Anthony, let's kick it off. What do you got, sir?
I have no hope for this movie. I'm going with 17 million.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, see, I like this. Brandon says Barney has those dead eyes. Yes.
Yo, Brandon hasn't even said anything in this chat, and that caused him to get in this chat.
Good. You're welcome.
Welcome to the
You're
live
welcome,
chat.
though. You're
All right.
welcome.
All right, Amy.
There you go. I said 13.
Okay.
Wow.
I know. That's what.
Really?
That's what. Yeah.
Well,
Ken
that's-
Jack
you're
says
bringing your own issues
16.
into this.
No, I don't know. I think maybe kids going back to school, parents are just like really tired, don't
It
want to
is
watch
rated
something
R.
like this.
And it's rated R, so.
Yeah, well,
Hey, there are plenty of movies that I was like, why do you have your kids in here?
no, I'm saying that like parents are going to be focused on
Yeah.
their kids right now. They're not. It's the whole getting into school, back into a routine. They're like, nah.
They're like, no movies. We can't
No
do movies,
movies.
anymore.
I'll just watch Netflix.
Well, Brandon's being a little more optimistic than you and says 20.
Good
No,
for
no.
you.
Yep.
Also, I think a lot of people jumped off of Movie Pass. So
Yes.
there goes all those ticket sales.
This is true. Movie Pass has been a very interesting roller coaster. So now they're doing it, in case anybody has no idea, because I still have mine. You get 3 a month, and every day it changes what you can see. So there's
like a
like
game.
very specific
Boo.
things on the
Boo.
but they do have the calendar so you can plan ahead. And then if you get more than your 3, it's $5 off.
Crap.
Which at my Edwards, it makes it 50 cents. So I will see probably more than 3 then. So, but yes, it's been interesting.
I can't.
I got 18 on my Happy Time.
Too close.
Oh gosh, what?
I
Yes.
came back, and I'm coming back, and I'm coming back large. I'm going 21 million, everybody.
Whoa!
I don't know how I feel about that.
Go
That could
big.
be-
All right.
I might be going home on that one.
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine.
There you go.
I canceled my movie pass. I told you guys,
Yeah?
right?
Did
Then-
it cancel though? Because I've heard those.
Yeah, well then they were like, hey, we just like ignored
Renewed you.
that. Yeah, and I was like, what
Yep.
the heck, movie pass, so I canceled it again. Mm-hmm. So I feel like there's a bunch of us out there that are like, no movie pass, and we're saving our money for really good movies.
I feel there's
Will
probably
people
be
wanna
some
see
kind
this
of
one?
class action lawsuit on that one because of people
Yeah.
canceling it and saying I cancel, and then it renews it, and then
Yeah.
they get charged, and
Yeah.
there'll be probably a lot of people going, that was part of that.
I want my $10 back.
There you go. That's why I joined the A-list, everybody, and I'm loving life.
I'm in the process of doing that. I want to go
That's
over
an
to the
AMC.
light side.
It doesn't take long,
process?
Amy. It doesn't take
There's
long.
a
You just
process?
you literally
money.
go like,
Why is there a
here we go.
process?
Money needs to be
Yeah.
transferred. Right now, it's allotted to.
I'm getting
Movie Pass.
vetted. They're doing a background check on me to make sure.
Yeah.
Checking out Spielberg.
Yeah.
My cat, baby.
Am I the kind of person that they want at their theater?
Of course
Yeah.
they do.
I don't know
More
about
than
that.
you. Because I talk positively about most movies.
Really? You just told everybody you hated the Muppets.
I did not say Get
did
out of
say
here.
that.
Whatever.
That's exactly
it's
what you
fine.
did. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Box Office Breakdown. Amy hates Muppets. That's a thing we can take away from this episode.
Yeah.
But as always, folks, like us on Facebook. Give us those 5 stars on iTunes. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Multiple thumbs. Just squiggle your thumbs up like that. That's perfect. And of course, if you want to get in touch with us, any of us, even after the show's off the air, Anthony, where can they find you, sir?
Yes, you can find me everywhere at TonyBTony_. It's right at the bottom of your screen right there. Just follow me, please.
I feel like we're always catching you as you're trying to run into the bathroom. And it's like, no, I can't go in yet. Darn it, they're talking to me again.
Engineering the show, getting ready to close out. That's why. Sorry.
Oh.
Here's some music.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Amy,
Yes.
where can they find you?
You guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ, and that includes Stardust.
You didn't do the thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys can find me on all social media at Amy Cassandra MTZ.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
Way to sell that. Nailed it, Anthony.
Hey, man, I won. Payback.
That includes Stardust. So download the app Stardust and watch my 30-second reactions to movies as soon as I watch them.
Cool.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
I know it does.
All
I know.
right. Carrie?
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And also, I want to give a quick thank you and shout out to TV Store Online. I'm wearing this awesome Spider-Man shirt, and they have a lot of geeky tees. So go check them out at tvstoreonline.com.
Whoa, do they just give you that shirt?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on now.
Hey!
I buy these damn
Well,
things.
it didn't there was a process
that
to it.
one. Oh.
Honestly, Frank,
Are you
I love
getting
your
it?
shirts.
Are you getting a background check as well? You and Amy?
Essentially, there was.
Yeah, all right.
In a way.
You got to get vetted. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Twitter. Happy Go Jackie. Also get me and my Stardust as well. I'll be doing my 30-second reactions to Amy's 30-second reactions.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So get ready for that.
Do it.
It'll be a good time.
So meta.
And give a big shout out on social media to the Neil Plumley.
Yes.
We love him. He's going to be here next week for his last in studio show with us. So everybody, if you're watching, you love him. Who doesn't love him? Make sure you join us next week for a very special send off to a man we love so much.
And thank you everybody in the chat for joining us. And it's totally cool if you didn't watch it live because it's kind of late. So comment down below.
There you go. Look at that, folks. All right, we'll see you back here next Sunday night for another episode of Box Office Breakdown right here on Popcorn Talk. Until then, go see some movies.
Bye.
Amy hates Muppets.
Whatever.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.